there has to be a change. So as we enter into this new phase and we're fighting against a phenomenon called the New World Order, we have to let them know must go. The Trump-Pence regime must go. The Trump-Pence regime must go. The Trump-Pence regime must go. Stand with me. Are you with me?
That's right. This is not just a struggle that we're facing here in the United States. We got to be realistic. Whether we're awakened to the struggle or not, it's already happening. It's happening in Turkey. It's happening in Poland. It's happening in Hungary. It's happening in Austria. It's been nearly defeated, barely, in France and other places. That's why we need to look to the 1930s and understand history and what this means. Where does this lead to? And we need to start looking at ourselves as internationalists. We need to start identifying with humanity and not as Americans. Okay, it's okay if you love your country, you love the people of your country, but it's not America first. America first is destroying the planet. Humanity first. That's what we're talking about. Reduce fascism. Humanity first. We all breathe the same air. We're all going to have to drink the same water. These people are delusional from years of having so much money and building fences and walls around everything and gated communities and keeping everybody out. And that leads to this misguided thinking about science and turning everything upside down because their ideas don't make sense. They don't make sense because they fucking don't make sense. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is not 5. Hitler knew that. He knew that he said the people are thirsting for 2 plus 2 to equal 5. We'll make it so. Well, fuck you, Donald Trump. We're not buying it. Next up, we have a great Chicago musician. No, I'm sorry, we don't. We have a great freedom fighter. I don't know if he's a musician. He's been out in the streets all summer long with the Rev Club in Chicago, trying to organize the black youth in the community to say, stop murdering each other, stop turning the guns and the weapons on each other, on your brothers and sisters. Oppressed people need to stop killing one another and understand where is the suppression stemming from. So I'm going to bring up Brother Noche Diaz from the Revolution Club.
First of all, just so there's no confusion, I am not a musician. But when Trump and Pence go, I will sing and dance like never before. Today, we begin. 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 You are all in the right place today. I don't care how much rain comes down. No amount of rain can wash away clean the blood and the tears that will flow if we do not make Trump and Pence go. There is nothing that can excuse or absolve us of the crime of silence and complicity. And we are here today to say to the world that in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. Now, I am a supporter of the Revolutionary Communist Party. I'm a member of the Revolution Club. And we came here today to express our solidarity with every person and every group that has come out to say that this nightmare must end. Solidarity with every person and every group that has come to stand up against the crimes of this regime, and more than that, to demand that this fascist regime be driven out of office. And we're going to be here, and we're going to be with you, okay, in the days to come, working side by side with people here and the thousands across the country who begin today to grow into the tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands, and then the millions to do just that, to make Trump and Pence go. And while I'm here, I want to also urge everyone, if you want to find out really where we're coming from and what this all means, go to our website, revcom.us. I want to encourage people to listen to this talk from Bob Avakian. He was the most radical revolutionary in the world today and the architect of a new communism and the leader of our party. Listen to this talk, "The Trump-Pence regime must go. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. A better world is possible." Because you're going to hear someone who pours his heart out and his soul into letting you know where this has come from. And you're going to hear someone who shines the light on the whole history of this country and makes you see in your mind and feel in your gut the deep roots of this ugly regime. And you're going to hear a person who gives you a living and real sense of what must be done to get rid of it. Again, you can find that at revcom.us. Get into this. And he gets deeply into all kinds of questions involved in how to make this real and how to make this happen, with a lot of humor and heart as well as seriousness. So go to revcom.us. Listen to the talk and the Q&A. And finally, before I get off here, I want to thank everyone here who is taking this first big step together in bringing forward what Refuse Fascism has called this great cause. Because it truly is a great cause. And let this be a cause where we stand with each other. Let's air our differences and treasure our unity as we go forward to actually drive this fascist regime out and bring a better world into being. Thank you.
Thank you, Noche Diaz. Hey, everyone, we are going to march. Just so everyone knows, we're nearing the end of the rally portion here. So hang in there, keep moving. But we're going to get this going. We got a lot of drummers today, so this should be a good march. And speaking of now musicians, we have one of Chicago's finest jazz musicians, saxophonist, vocalist. She's been pounding the pavement. We've been working together as musicians and also now Refuse Fascism. Julie Wood is going to recite a poem that some of you may or may not be familiar with, but everybody needs to know it now. Julie Wood. All right, while Julie's pulling up, does anyone know the Wi-Fi password at Federal Plaza? Just kidding. All right, we're going to do a quick chant. I came up with this one. It's real easy. This half, we divide in half between Lucha and Voidy, right? This nightmare must end. Over here, this nightmare must end. And then there's a rest, okay? And then you guys go, Trump and Pence have got to go. Hold on. Trump and Pence have got to go. This nightmare must end. Trump and Pence have got to go. This nightmare must end. Trump and Pence have got to go. This nightmare must end. Trump and Pence have got to go. This nightmare must end. Trump and Pence have got to go. This nightmare must end. Trump and Pence have got to go. This nightmare must end. We can rock that one in the march. Don't forget it.
All right, this is from Martin Niemöller. He was a German pastor imprisoned by Hitler from 1937 to 1945. And he said, first I came for the communists, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a communist. And then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a Jew. And then they came for the trade unionists, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. And then they came for the Catholics, and I didn't speak up because I was a Protestant. And then they came for me, and by that time, there was no one left to speak up. So we all have to unite. Don't let them divide and conquer. No divide and conquer. Everyone has to come together, everyone, and we have to defeat this evil regime, because this shit has got to go.
Thank you, Julie. Our last speaker, before we pound the pavement. Oh, I'm sorry, we do have an announcement that I need to get this out there. Can everyone please, I'm sure your phone is already in your hand. So, If you want to know, and you do, because the people that are here have it burning in their heart and their soul that this is not tolerable for the planet. We know this is the hottest year in 800,000 years of human history. We see what's happening around the planet. We know that this needs to be reversed. And he's got Rex Tillerson in Africa trying to pump it up with fossil fuels. And this is intolerable for our planet, for the humanity. So if you want to stay connected and organize, as Noche said, it begins today. Text "No Trump," one word, "No Trump" to 33222. At least one person do it right now, so I don't feel like a total idiot. One person take out their phone. No, actually everybody do it. And text "No Trump" to 33222. Got it? And that's going to tell you what's happening. We have events every day. We got to draw more people into this. They did it in South Korea. We can do it here if we put our minds and our bodies to it. Our last speaker is from Refuse Fascism, and her name is Lena Thorne. How about a big hand for Lena?
Hello. We act now because fascism gets normalized as it gathers momentum. While group after group gets demonized, others get by and go about their daily lives. The unthinkable becomes routine, and the abnormal becomes normal. And then, it might only take a single incident, intentional or not, to drop the hammer. History has shown that fascism must be stopped before it becomes too late. For those of you who thought that letting Trump's generals running the show would bring the adults in the room, you now have a president and a chief of staff who deny the horror of slavery and the necessity of a civil war to end it. Today, November 4th, as Trump stomps around in Asia, 7 billion people hold their breath for fear of what he might unleash or put in place while he's there. All this makes painfully clear that we cannot wait, we cannot stand by, we must fight from where we are now. We must unite and struggle together to drive out this monstrous regime. Some will tell you that we cannot do this. They are wrong. This is possible. Last year, the South Korean people took to the streets, just last year, in demonstrations that took place every week at first, and then mushroomed over a few months to politically engulf the entire country and force the removal of their president. They created a crisis of legitimacy, and on that basis, all kinds of previously hidden truths began to pour out. Cracks that had existed in the ruling apparatus turned into fissures through which the truth and outrage of the people erupted. The legitimacy of the regime began to unravel. Faced with that situation, the powers that be somehow found the mechanism to remove the duly elected president, replace her, and call new elections. Some people will say the United States is not South Korea. Well, yeah. But in fact, the horrific danger and horror of the Trump regime far exceeds that of the former president of South Korea. And therefore, it is far
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Good. Are you familiar with the live view units?
Nothing.
Videos. Upper left-hand corner should say live. Live. Very good. Sometimes I get jostled, they stop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The price to be 1 month ban.
I started this is like 5 people's jobs.
Who are you with?
At 4 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 p.m. State in Jackson. But most important, what each of us must do is to reach out and spread the word. Flyering, speaking to groups. This is new and out of the ordinary for most of you. But there is nothing ordinary about this regime. It is time for ordinary people to do something extraordinary. The people and the planet are depending on us. This nightmare must end. There is a way to do this, beginning here and beginning now, and beginning with each one of you. To make a crucial beginning in these next 2 weeks and then go on from there. Join me in pledging. In the name of humanity.
In the name of humanity,
I refuse
to
accept a fascist America.
accept a fascist America.
The Trump-Pence regime
The Trump-Pence regime
must go.
must go. Thank you, Lena. Real quick, everyone, if you don't mind getting your knee a little bit wet, can we all take a knee against white supremacy before we march? Get those fists up. 1, 2, 3. fuck Trump and Pence. All right, thank you. Exercise class is over. And now we do have one last special treat. These musicians, we recorded a song of David's here. It's called We the People. This is going to get people in to march because it's about getting tired, normalizing things. David Sherman is sing out there. Against them. The rural working class does not need to fear Mexicans or Muslims or blacks in America. They need to be outraged against the corporate elite who will stop at nothing to sell our democracy so they can maximize their profits. And we're not going to let them do it. Because there's more of us than there are of them. This is called We Are the People, okay? I'm going to teach you the chorus first. Second, A minor. 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We are not scared. We are not tired 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We're marching and we are on fire 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We are not scared. We are not tired 1. We're marching and we are on fire. One more time. 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We are not scared. We are not tired. 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We're marching and we are on fire. We the people of this land have come together to take a stand against the forces of fear and greed that are threatening our democracy. 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We are not scared. We are not tired 1. We are the people too. We are united 3. We're marching and we are on fire. We keep our feet while senators suffer the teeth of CEOs and money friends.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come out there.
fascist in the White House. Danger, danger, it's the fascist in the White House. Rise up, it's the fascist in the White House. Danger, danger, it's the fascist in the White House. Rise up, it's the fascist in the White House.
it.
Okay, folks, I'm going to keep trying to stream this as long as it's going. It's supposed to be a lot of different rallies today on this. I'll keep it up for you.